a whiskey sour. Welcome home, darling, to the love of my arms. Tonight we'll make love under clean bed sheets with flowers on them. Oh my God, you got me bed sheets with unicorns? How crazy and pathetic and open is that? Hey y'all, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Oh my God. No, darling, don't put those diamonds around my neck now. Let me wash it with an alcohol swab. Y'all, that is like so the vibe. I was just telling them that it's so the vibe of like what America wanted y'all to do. It's not a joke. Like they wanted you to act like you were better than all the other countries. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you know that I'm the only one that does that? Right. So I'm looking at the world, WHO, the world something on Twitter, and it's like they're showing like all these different shows. I mean, like all the stuff that's going on, and it's like that is like not a good state to be in. You know, like it's like we got to get out there and help. And so I don't know. And it's like now America is suffering too because of the COVID. So it's like, what is going on? Like, who is doing this stuff? And I wouldn't know. I still have to set up for my live shows on, what is this? Facebook. And what is this here? YouTube. While my husband gets ready for work in the yard, because today is Saturday, he's probably going to wear his grass boots. Y'all, his rubber boots. And he's going to go out in the garden and pick up all the great leaves and all the stuff for composting. While I sit here on my ass and act like I'm a queen. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is. Oh, my husband is going to do this. And he's going to be there. And he's going to do that. While I manage to take these rollers out of my hair. I'm going to go ahead and light him a cigarette and put him a whiskey sour on the shelf. Listen to how many times this morning I have to say whiskey sour. Because most likely he was an alcoholic and it was after the war. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's like they're giving you all this like stuff like, they saying all this positive stuff with a smile on their face. I'm going to give him a cigarette and a whiskey sour and he a drunk. Y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like, how many times do we have to do this? And if you look at the movies, that's what you see too. They alcoholics, and it's like it's something that's celebrated. So then when it comes to like somebody in your community that's an alcoholic, you wonder why they're an alcoholic. It's because they want to look like Clark Gable, or why, you see what I'm saying? Or why this woman is, because they want Bridget Bardot. You see what I'm saying? So it's like y'all have to really look at it. Like you have to feel the vibe of what was really going on. And that's what was really going on. A lot of them were on drugs, alcohols. They said Kennedy, they kept him alive with drugs like cocaine, all that different stuff. He probably was dying, y'all. That's probably why he got shot. It's not a joke. Like they kept him alive with like so many different types of drugs. Like they even gave him cocaine. So you just like, man, for this dude to be president, it was because they wanted the world to see them as these perfect people. And it's like, dude, you're not perfect. So he was a great president. But that was it. He could have been dying anyway. So they'll try to make y'all believe all these like horrible stories. This is what is it? This is this type of whatever, and it's like, not really. The truth is the truth. You can see it. It's not something that's like where you just like, yeah, I did some of this stuff. Okay, let's do employee patterns and boss vibes. where this came from. I just like the meme. So let's see what type of show I can come up with this one. Light up, ba ba ba. So y'all know that's why. So that's why part of the lawsuit that I was trying to come up with is for the government, because the government actually runs TV. They ran TV. I don't know if they still doing it, but they do. So all these misconceptions and all these 1950s wives and all that stuff is actually images that the government wanted the rest of the world to perceive as something being good. And so we just as bad off as everybody else is. We just as horrors. We are just as human as American as any other country is. And probably the most devilish. You know, like it's made up of snakes. I posted something and it's like this group was like doing this dance, and they was like it was the dance for the snake. And the whole time I'm thinking, why don't we have that much oomph for the angels? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why couldn't that have been an angel story or a caterpillar story or something like that? It's like, but when we do it for the devil, it's like the music is better, and it's like this outstanding performance, and it's all this different stuff. It's like that's the tempter. And I'm talking about, that's why I was like too, I was like looking at it, I'm like, I am enthralled with this. Like it just had me in awe. Like, oh my God, look at this right here. And it's like, why don't we do the same thing for God? Or for angels, or for good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, when do we see that? I mean, she even had the snake talking. It's like, the snake is talking. I was listening too. It's temptation. It was gorgeous. It was a beautiful display of work. And even though I'm looking at it negatively, by the time I got through looking at it, I was like, it's good because you get to see what temptation is and what it looks like. And you get to see, too, that it only lasts for 3 to 4 minutes. You see what I'm saying? For 5 minutes. And then something else is, your life is over because of temptation. And so that's why I was like, I always try to tell people, everybody goes through it. Like, don't think that somebody, like, I'll be on here like, no, I have never been tempted to sleep with that man. And it's like, yes, the fuck I have. Like, it's like a vibe you get, and you just want to have them all on your body. And, you know, in your mind, you're thinking, this shit won't last tomorrow. And it never does. It won't last till tomorrow. And you'll just be like so enthralled in what it is and him and what he smelled like, what he tastes like, what happened last night. And it's like, you are not better than anybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, you are not better than anybody else. Temptation. Temptation, 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 temptation. It is something. It's a motherfucker. It's a motherfucker. Okay, so how to be a good employee, be a great boss. So I am a servant leader, and so what that means for me is I went over it on Shakady Ed. If you ever want to do it, I did it for the kids, because kids, like, that's when I learned when I wanted to be a servant leader. This is something like, I'm going over this because this is stuff that makes you a good employee. Like, when I'm working inside my classroom, this is something I always try to do. If I'm working inside the classroom and it's a kid that's the boss, I do what the kid needs me to do. Like, I'm not in the classroom all day like, no, don't tell them this, don't talk to them that way. I don't have to, because they already have a camaraderie with each other. Like, it's like they already know how to communicate with each other. They already know how to help each other. They don't really have to argue a whole lot. If they have a big problem, they'll come and say something to me about it, and that's when I just handle it. So that's it. Other than that, it's like, if they need me to do something, I do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I actually do it. I become their employee. Just the same as with my son, I become his employee. So now it's like, if he ever worked for somebody, then he will know. And they are not disrespectful bosses. Like, they not out of the way. They not telling me to do something out of the way. They not in there fussing at me. They not pretending to do anything. It's just like, okay, Miss Shula, I need you to help me with this. Miss Shula, can you make a label for this? Miss Shula, can you do this, that, and the other? And it's like, okay, I'll do it. You understand? It's like, I got you. I'll do it. And I don't even say that, okay, why am I talking back to this person? This person is telling me to do something. They got other stuff to think about. Me trying to like come in and still okay, like it's cute or whatever, it's funny. No, that's my boss. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the boss. They run this shit. So if they run this shit, I want them to feel how it feels to run this shit successfully. So if I'm in there trying to act like they cute and I'm giving them accolades and stuff, no, I don't have to do that until after they get done. And if it was a problem, I would just stop them quickly and say, okay, well, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't use those type of emotions to help people. So like if they start to show jealousy or they want to overpower people, no, we can't do that. You see, we got to move on with that. You got to get over it or you can't do it. You see? So it's like, this is why I'm going over this stuff too. It's like, you have to be a servant in order for you to be a good boss. So it's like, you have to be. Because if you just a boss, if you just want to, I'm a boss, I'm going to tell them everything. I'm going to tell them how to do everything. I'm going to sit here like a fat cow. That's usually what they do. Let me look up boss definition. But yeah, that's usually what they do. They sit there like a fat cow and they've never experienced anything. A person who is in charge of a worker group or organization. As much as I say Diddy is my spirit human, that's one thing I do not like about him. It's like when he was like telling them to go get him cookies and shit like that. Like, who the fuck are you? Go get your own fucking cookies. A real boss would have brought them the cookies and let them taste them. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, let me bring the cookies to you. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you this part of New York. That's the difference between what Diddy was doing and what Tyra Banks was doing. Tyra Banks is like, nah, let me put you in this situation. Now get there. Let me show you how to do it. So when this show is over, you can do this. You see, this is what it is. It's like, okay, you're not giving me everything that you can give me. Like, you look good off the camera, but you don't look good on the camera. It is just like so many different things, but some of those things can be tweaked. So it's like if she get the right photographer, she could still be a model. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like if I know that this is my drawback, my downfall, if I get the right photographer, I'ma still be a fucking model. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like if I sit here and work on my angles all day, then I'm gonna still be a fucking model. It's like that is all it is. If somebody can say, no, this isn't right. But if I practice this, like if I want to be like Mike, I'm going to practice this and I'm going to get to where I have to go. But you have to be a servant as well. Like you can't always just, I'm the boss. Sometimes you don't know everything. Sometimes you don't know how to run it. Sometimes it's some misinformation. Sometimes somebody has to come and say, hey, this does not look right. You know, this is not going to be right. So you have to sit and listen. As a boss, you still got to sit and listen too. So that's it. You know, it's like you got to know what to listen to. But I would say listen. Have them write it down so you can read it. And that's it. Like, it'll help you come up with more strategies. Help you come up with, like, different insights into what they doing and all this different stuff. It's like, that is a boss. So let's go back over that again. A person who is in charge of a worker group or organization. This said give someone orders in a domineering way, like boss somebody around. Excellent, outstanding. And that's what I'm saying. Excellent, outstanding. Be excellent and outstanding. Fuck the other shit. Remember, I come from a city of champions. What the fuck do you expect? What the fuck do you expect? A city of motherfucking champions. Okay, so I'll cover the 10 good employee patterns. So this is by Kaushik.net. Avinash, I guess that's the person's name. It's Occam's Razor by Avinash Kaushik. He's an Indian guy. He's a marketing evangelist. Okay, I'll cover the 10 top employee patterns. Never bring problems. This is something that I do not do either. Like, I know, like, I have a hard life. I tell them that I'm being stalked, and that's it. That's it, and it's important for me to tell them that I'm being stalked so they don't help other people stalk me. Because if people come in and, oh my God, I want to be here, then they'll see somebody follow me around and they don't do anything. I told you that I'm being stalked, motherfucker. You see, that's how my computer got broken. I'm being stalked. Now you let somebody in the building, now they can stay there. Now they broke my computer. They took out whatever device they had to take out of my computer. Okay. I'm being stalked. Did you get it on camera? They stole my packages. I'm being stalked. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm being stalked, um what type of securities are you doing to help me from being stalked? Period. Like, it's like I'm being stalked. Okay, next. So it's like, I don't bring like other shit to work. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, even in Texas, I just come there, do my job, and leave. If I'm having a problem, I tell them, for real, I'm having this problem, that's it. If I have to cry, I go in my classroom and cry. I don't have time to tell no bitch about anybody about what's going on with my life, because they will actually assume and make up and all this different stuff. And because they were taking the design from the school, or stealing whatever they want to steal, to making these writings or whatever for these shows, all this different stuff, they would just keep just doing stuff. And then, how do you feel? Get the fuck out of my face. That's how the fuck I feel. You know, that's when they start coming here stalking people and all this different stuff. They have fucked up the entire world, like, doing this shit. Get your rabbit ass out of here. So that's it. It's like, that's it. This is something I'm just not fond of. Because some people come in, it's like they bring every fucking problem to work, and they'll still have a job because this person is like trying to control their business. That's how Miss Woods was. It's like, if you brought your problem to work, Miss Woods would try to fix it. But then, like I said, like, she rented this woman a house, Miss Washington. So Miss Washington can't go to another job, and Miss Washington was really a good at what she did. Miss Woods would try to act like she wasn't. So it's like, that's not on her shoulders. You know, for this school to do good with their scores, that's not on Miss Washington's shoulders. It's on yours. You see what I'm saying? It's on your teacher's shoulders. So it's like, if she was like, for Miss Washington to be under so much pressure with these people, it's just like, it was amazing for her to come in with a good personality. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like, she was still an amazing person. And still is to this day. I'm kind of mad at her too, but still, because I don't know what she knew, but she was still a great person. So that's it. It's like, Miss Woods knew too much of her business. I remember one day when Mr. Marlin was sitting there, he was like, her husband was outside trying to beat her. It's like, why the fuck you in here talking to me about it when you could have been out there next to the car telling them? But they were trying to go through my business. You see, because at that point, the abuse stuff was on the line from Marcus. So I guess now she gonna be in my shoes. It's like, this nigga, all he ever saw was something negative, nothing positive. So that's what happens when people get into your business or think they in your business. Then they think they got some kind of upper hand over you, and they don't. Like, even if you did have all the problems in the world and you did bring them to work, you don't need to be played with like you some fucking toy, because this bitch know your business. And that's when you have to know yourself, because really that's anxiety and stress and all this different stuff. So this woman basically stressing her out because she know this much of her business. So she kept trying to do that shit to me, like, bitch, you better get the fuck out of my face, because I slapped the shit out you with the truth, hoe. Y'all understand what I'm saying? A hoe gonna be a hoe. Y'all be getting pissed the fuck. I be wanna beat the fuck out of them. I'm not playing. Be thorough. Make sure you go through your work. Make sure you pay attention to detail. And I say be on time too. I wonder if it's in her. But I'm like a person, I be finishing shit 2 or 3 days before. If I didn't learn anything in college from taking art classes, I always finish it 2 or 3 days before. Let them look at it. Let them see. You make sure you went over all the rules that they got, the requirements, all that stuff. Shit, please. I'm finished 2 or 3 days early. And it's because I work until I'm done. Like, it's like, that's why. So then I got time to chill and work on something else. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I was actually doing 80-20 in college. So I actually had a graphic design business for 4 years in college before they started saying, when I graduated, that graphics wasn't useful for people and all this different stuff. That's because they had already given all these white children the job. So when I got an internship, it was unpaid. When the same person in the same class with less experience than me, they didn't design as well as I did, got a job, got an internship, it was always paid. Y'all understand? So it was like they were actually pushing me out of the graphic world too. When I couldn't even get a job at Office Max, because one of the girls was there and she was an artist. So she just was like, no, I wouldn't hire her. You see what I'm saying? It was always something that I'm the one that had all the experience. I'm the one that worked all the jobs. and I'm probably still a better designer than they are, even with them having the experience that they have. Y'all want shit. You still ain't shit now. Caring about little things. So care about little things like the details. Care about like I'm like this too. I want to be sure that my kids have snacks. So if my kids come in late, and I learned this from Texas, if my kids come in late, I have a closet where I have snacks and juice and all this different stuff. And sometimes we just gotta eat it so it don't go bad. So it's like I just go to the Dollar Tree, get $5. And also, I saw a lady, she had a girl pack for the periods, you know. So she put in a pair of panties and some maxi pads and all this different stuff. So you just like, that's exactly it. Like, it's like those are the little things. Care about the boys. Like, okay, make sure you have clean shirts and stuff, because usually parents, if they don't want to clean somebody, they're not gonna clean the boy. The boy gonna come in there funky, all this different, you know. You gotta have a pack for him too. Deodorant, toothbrush, you see what I'm saying, pants, shirts, all this different stuff. And you can go to the Goodwill. All you gotta do is wash this stuff. Go to the Goodwill and get it when it's on sale. Wash it. That's it. Look beyond the near future. See the full scale, the full landscape of opportunity. Oh, go to the Dollar Tree too. Dollar Tree has like t-shirts and stuff sometimes. Like, y'all can get those t-shirts. Like, get a class set of t-shirts so y'all can decorate it for field trips. All that different stuff. If you got money to get you a Cricut, that is like something you can really invest in. They'll love that. Like, putting the stuff on from the Cricut. Oh my God. And if they mess up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff that they would love to do. Look beyond the near future. See the full landscape of opportunity. That's it. So something that I offer to my students is art and music. I offer them myself. I teach them about barges and the Mississippi River. All that stuff was never in Dallas, Texas. So it's like they not close to the water, so it's like they don't know. Houston kids, that's a whole different Galveston kids, that's a whole different situation. But for Dallas, they don't know. All they know is the Trinity River, and it's like because of trash, and so like trash is through there and all this different stuff too. So it's like you don't, like, they still have a good history, but they don't know about water and all this different stuff. So it's like, teach them something else outside of where they are, because they already got pride in Texas. But now let me teach you about this place. So now one of my kids might be planning their whole life to go see the pyramids in Egypt. So how is that going to help them? Like, well, maybe they want to do not Habitat for Humanity, but what is it, the other one where you get to travel outside the country and help AmeriCorps. Maybe they want to do AmeriCorps. Maybe they, you see what I'm saying? So I look at the AmeriCorps application. I see I gotta have volunteer I gotta have volunteer. So then I go and get some volunteer hours, and I go help these people. So now, wait a minute, I want to start a nonprofit. So now from your nonprofit, you get to go and see the you get to go see the pyramid. So that's just something that all you gotta do is teach them something from Google Earth. You see, you can use Google Cardboard and teach them how to like go in and like they see the different stuff, and they can be there and see the people. Google Earth, you can actually see the people still there walking around and looking at it and all this different stuff. You're just another person walking around too. It is like some of the coolest stuff out there. So it's like, even now with like all the people having all these issues, we don't know if the people are really giving them help or not. So something needs to change about some of the nonprofit organizations too, because how do we know that the food is getting there? How do we know that the resources are getting there? You see what I'm saying? When companies do it, a company does it, but it's like, how do we ensure that this is being passed out to the right people in the right way? And so you don't want to always infiltrate another person's business, but sometimes people just do shit to get over on people. And it's like the people are still not getting help. And so you can see this with the water situation. It's like they just gonna let you have bad water in Jackson, Mississippi. They just gonna fuck up your water. Y'all see how all this shit that came to the head, and it's like people still not taking care of business. So some of this stuff, we need to start having like something in place where these people get checked. Or either we just have one company distribute out everything that they need, because some of this stuff, you know, it's really not getting to the people in the right way. And everybody can't do it in the same way either. So don't come out and just, oh, we gonna do it like this. It's just not, some things won't work. Create your personal board of directors. That's like your friends. That's like maybe you got one person higher up. They always used to always say, get a mentor or something like that when you at school. And it's like, get your own mentor. Even if it's like just a little, maybe if it's a first year teacher, you say, can you be my mentor this year? Fuck me being having, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm an older teacher. I don't know anything about this technology. Can you please be my mentor this year? And then next year, I'll be your mentor. You see what I'm saying? If you have any questions, though, ask me about any resources. But as for, like, I don't know this technology, I'm not good at this, can you be my mentor this year? You see what I'm saying? Y'all turn in, this is my mentor. Well, she a first year teacher, so what? I think that she's very organized. I see her walking around doing all her work, all this different stuff. She's focused on her classroom. This year, I'm going to learn from her, and she don't have to learn from me. You see what I'm saying? Next year, we'll switch it around. And that's it. So then next year, she going to have more questions because now she done put her foot in the water. And she can still come to you and ask questions. And you can still be a teacher. You see what I'm saying? It's like sometimes y'all got to give up the power. So it's like create your own personal board of directors. And have it like where it's a different set of people. Do at least one thing outside your immediate team scope. So do something outside of what they do. That's that 80-20. So you 80% is work, 20% is something you want to do. Invest in yourself all the time. For your health. For the love of God. I'm so serious. I don't care how strict they are. Because nobody used to do this. Where you been? Give me a doctor's excuse. It's not your fucking business. Because you just put on here, I got so many sick days, right? If I call in and say I'm sick, bitch, it ain't none of your business what the fuck was wrong with me. Y'all understand? Because they try to use that too. I'm aware you was over here. Fuck you. This ain't no fucking courtroom. So you can't, you see what I'm saying? So if you sick or even if you're not sick, you just want to go shopping and catch the sale, take the day off. Invest in shoes that are good for your back because y'all, my back fucked up. They came after my back. I'm not joking. It's like invest in your teeth. Have all your insurance appointments. Take care of yourself before something else happens. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So that's it. Invest in yourself. Ask for more responsibility versus asking for a promotion. I'm going to say don't do that because don't do it for the wrong people. Some people you're going to have to say, bitch, give me my fucking job. Because you know they know it's yours. But really in the real world, that's it. You just take more responsibility. That's it. Stay weird. That's it. Stay weird. Dress how you want to dress. Keep it in your own fashion. Do whatever the fuck you have to do. Solve for the company, not just your boss. Exactly. If you think of everything in the big picture and solve the problem for everybody, then that's it. Don't kiss ass. That's really what this thing is saying. Don't kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck if I'm the boss. Don't kiss my ass, but don't come in here and disrespect me either. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's it. And do unto others as you had them do unto you as bosses. Do unto others as you had them do unto you. So now I'm going to get to the 6th grade boss patterns. If you hire Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel, I don't know what that means. Let me go down here and see what that means. So it's like we all start as individual contributors. And we are good at technical competence, that narrow collection skills. You need to be a coder, cook, and accountant. Over time, you go from good to great because you read my list above. Then you get promoted, and pretty soon the boss rule. Okay, so I see what they're saying. It's something where you actually are. What is it like when you hire good people? You gotta hire good people. Period. Y'all see what I'm saying? Don't hire no asshole and anything. You finna get I'm gonna hire this asshole to come and seed the grape field. And he putting in corn. What the fuck? You see what I'm saying? It's like you have to hire people that are competent. Explain strategy and critically why that strategy. So it's like, okay, why are we doing this? Because this is the community, this is the culture of the company. Your company got to be everything that you are. So if this is the culture of the company, this is how I feel. When I get to a company, I work for the company. I don't work for the individuals. That's why it's like, why you got to answer with me? Because, bitch, I don't think about you. Your number one job is your employees' career growth. That's the truth. And sometimes, y'all, as bosses, y'all got to think about them leaving the company. Sometimes that's not the path that they on. Sometimes they might be better somewhere else. teach how to think, not how to do. And that's it. You gotta teach them, okay, wait a minute, this is why I'm doing this. Because of this. If you do it like this, then this won't happen. And so then they get a chance to already start to create. If they already had that foundation, they start to create other ways of doing stuff too. So that's why you do it. You teach them how to think about it. You don't just, oh, this is how you do this, and then they start doing it, then somebody come in, they jealous because the other person can think for themselves. Don't let them do that. Set extraordinary standards. Live them yourself first. Exactly. Y'all know I'm about to say I'm everything that my vagina is. And that's what you have to do. Be everything that you say you are. Consciously invest in self-awareness. And that's it. Be aware of what you're doing, because they always watching. No matter what you think, they always watching. So anyway, this show is for Blake. I love you, darling. I love you. I simply love you. I simply love and adore you. You are a great boss. A very, very great boss. And I learned it by watching you. So anyway, that's it. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns, telling you guys to have a very great weekend, a very great Saturday. And get out there and create some bosses for yourself. Create a great boss. Create one. Teach them now. Have a good day.